Hi, good morning. It's Dave Smith here, DJS Photography. This video is, excuse me, a short update video on the global charity project. You might remember that I obtained this camera from a charity shop. It's a Zeiss Icon Contina. It's a 35mm camera, quite a nice little thing. But since I don't really shoot in 35mm, I was wondering what to do with it, and so I came up with this idea of this charity project. A documentary project actually, and the idea is that the camera will go travelling. Every photographer that receives it will put one roll of film through it to document their situation, where they live, day-to-day lives, landmarks, important things to them. Scan those images, send them in, and I'm going to curate all of the images to create a document that shows how everyday people live their lives on a day-to-day basis. And I think that might be quite an interesting project. So, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. So this is really the launch video. I've had several things to put in place. I wanted to put a roll of film through this just to test the shutter speeds and the like. And I've done that. So I'm going to just pause here, and I'm going to move us next door to finish this, and I'll show you why. Okay, so here we are again. I was saying that I had put a roll of test film through this little camera. I brought this in here, by the way, because over the last few weeks I've been working on remodeling this room as a workroom for my alternative printing, and I'll do a little tour of this room as a separate video, but I thought you might like to have a sneak preview of what's going on in here. So here we are. So I put a roll of film through, as I said, and what I did was to use my Minolta light meter and just took an incident light reading outside in the garden and out at the front with the sheds. And I took a light meter reading, and then I shot that exposure at a variety of shutter speeds from sort of low to high. I think I did a 10th of a second, 25th of a second, and 300th of a second. 300th is the fastest this will go, so, you know, bear that in mind. And I also shot at various apertures. And then I did one or two other things as well. I overexposed by 1 and 2 stops, and I also tried the internal light meter. If you flip this little thing up here, it's got a light cell and an internal meter. I'm not clear myself what all of the indicators are on here, but there's a little black arrow in here that you read. There's a dial that shows you an exposure value, and you set this little black arrow to the exposure value. Set your ISO of your film, and then read the combination of shutter speed and aperture off these rings here. It's a bit convoluted, but it actually worked incredibly well. So everything on this camera seems to work nicely. I think you can trust the apertures and the shutter speeds. So that was one piece of the jigsaw. The second piece of the jigsaw was to find an appropriate printers, and I recently received samples from printers in the UK, and one of those samples is pretty perfect. Very slightly light, but not too much. And then the final thing, which I am still having trouble with, is to locate a suitable charity. I personally would like the charity to be one that works directly on the ground with street-connected children. I did contact 2 such charities in the UK. One of them responded to me in the most bizarre fashion. A charity called Street Invest basically jumped to conclusions about about my wanting to take photographs of these street-connected children and whether that was ethical and all the rest of it. And almost no amount of explanation about what this project was seemed to change this fella's prejudicial approach to that. And in the end, he said, no, ethics are very important to us, we'll have to pass. So I'm contacting him to make a donation, and he's saying no thanks. Feels like a dereliction of duty to me on the part of a chief executive officer of a charity. So I'm still looking for a suitable charity, and once I get connection with one, I'll make another update video. But I think I'm now going to look outside the UK. It seems that either they're bizarre or they're not interested. So I was waiting for that. But anyway, let us get on with this now. So we're at launch. I've loaded my first roll, my one roll that I'm going to shoot into this camera. I've discarded the test roll. It was just some sheds. So I will shoot this over the next few days, and then once that's finished, I'm going to send the camera on. If you see this video and you want to be involved, it's dead easy. Just go to my website. I'll put the link up on the video. So go to my website and sign up for the newsletter. That way you keep in touch with this project and indeed with others. I have another idea to follow this up with as well, of a similar but different nature. Okay, so let's get this going. So I hope this has been of some interest, and I look forward to working with everybody. Bye for now.